It's Thursday, May 20. This is the news on PBCJ. I'm Gabrielle Thompson. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says management of the COVID-19 pandemic has presented many lessons to the island's public health system. He shared the same as he made his sectoral contribution in the House of Representatives on Wednesday. Simone Absalom Gale reports.
The health minister says public health authorities had a crisis management plan that provided the framework for managing the COVID-19 pandemic long before the first case of COVID-19 came to Jamaica.
Our surveillance capacity worked well and showed that whether it is a dengue outbreak or a global pandemic, the likes of COVID-19, we have the capacity to monitor and conclude on the issues to respond effectively. Surveillance, Madam Speaker, is the brain and nervous system of Jamaica's response to public health threat of the COVID-19 pandemic. It provides crucial ongoing data from a variety of sources such as hospitals, communities, and laboratories. Using our effective and well-trained team on the ground, we track the numbers, analyze the trends, and presented the data in a structured, understandable way for decision-making in response to the pandemic.
He spoke highly of the management of the pandemic, noting the case fatality rate related to COVID-19 is currently 1.8%, which is less than the global average of 2.2%. He pointed to the hard-working public health doctors and nurses, support staff and administrators who stood up to the task in managing the pandemic while keeping up daily health services.
Our hospitals and their management teams of CEOs and SMOs, directors of nursing, supported by the Ministry of Health and agencies such as the National Health Fund, demonstrated that we can respond to an exponential threat. Between January 2020, Madam Speaker, and March 2020, when our first case was discovered, those very members in the public health system, the hospital management, had put in place 163 COVID beds by the March 23rd. March 10th was the first case. And currently, we have over 723 COVID-designated beds, including our field hospitals that are prepared to deal with persons who need that kind of care.
Minister Tufton says taking the lessons learned and building back stronger is the mantra for his team, and it's now tied to the plans for renewal and rebuilding of public health in keeping with Vision 2030. He recalled the government's commitment to spend up to $31 billion to build out our public health infrastructure over the next 5 years.
I'm pleased to report, Madam Speaker, that under this program, which is the Health System Strengthening Program, 11 of 13 facilities have been designed and are being reviewed now for final approval to move to the next stage for building out. These include, Madam Speaker, the Spanish Town Hospital, the St. Anne's Bay Hospital, Myton Hospital, and in addition, we have completed external upgrade designs for the University Hospital of the West Indies and also the Cornwall Regional and Western Children and Adolescent Hospital in Montego Bay, though that build-out will continue over time.
He highlighted work being done in several hospitals, including the Spanish Town Hospital, a Type B facility, now set to benefit from a $2.3 billion upgrade.
With this upgrade, Madam Speaker, new services are going to be added to the Spanish Town Hospital, including urology, oncology, cardiology, gastroenterology, ophthalmology, and psychiatry will all now be offered in the new-look Spanish Town Hospital, Madam Speaker.
Dr. Tufton says it's time to share and reinforce the good things from the COVID-19 experience. Time to be hopeful and renew and build back stronger. For the news on PBCJ, I'm Simone Absalom Gale.
In 2016, Jamaica lost in excess of 12 billion Jamaican dollars to cybercrime. As the world moves online, especially during the pandemic era, the island remains vulnerable to the risk of cybercrime. However, Jamaicans are set to benefit from a cybercrime early warning system. Science, Energy and Technology Minister Daryl Vaz says the Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team will be implementing the program, which is being facilitated through the OAS Inter-American Committee Against Terrorism. He shared the details during his contribution to this week's sectoral debate in Parliament.
Science, Energy and Technology Minister Daryl Vaz says the system will enable JSearch to provide alerts as soon as possible.
These systems are helping to fortify Jamaica's cyber infrastructure by according a more proactive approach in dealing with cyber threats.
Work is also being done on JCERT's website.
The JCERT website is being revamped to allow for the anonymous reporting of cyber breaches as well as the uploading of artifacts for analysis by the team. This will significantly improve the ability to respond more effectively to the specific cyber events.
There's also improvement on the way in relation to legislation with the review of the Cybercrimes Act 2015.
While the process is continuing, I will use this platform once again to indicate the fundamental importance of Jamaica having a strong legislative framework that addresses current cybersecurity realities, as well as the future developments that may occur. A strengthened legislative provision will assist the work of JCERT and bolster our efforts at improving the cybersecurity ecosystem in the public sector. Madam Speaker, this is extremely important, given the move to e-government, e-participation, and most importantly of all, the national identification system.
37,179 students have been registered to sit the Grade 6 Ability Test component of the Primary Exit Profile PEP. Minister of Education, Youth and Information Favour Williams says all is in place for the exam, which will be held on Wednesday, May 26. She gave an update at Tuesday's virtual post-cabinet press brief.
The ability test will be presided over by a contracted person or external to the schools. We've been training or presiding examiners and invigilators. We've been recruiting monitors, and we believe all is ready for next week, Wednesday, for the exam. We are encouraging our students the night before the exam to go to bed early. Do not study too much before the exam. Ensure you take at least 2 HB pencils to the examination and a clean eraser. Have a healthy breakfast on the morning of the exam. Be at the examination venue at least 1 hour before the start. Do not attempt to get help from anyone in the examination room. Direct all your queries to the presiding examiners or invigilators. And to our parents, we're saying do not interfere with the examination procedure. And your task is to ensure that the students get to the examination venues on time, and of course, imploring everyone to maintain all the COVID-19 protocols.
It's that time again when we get our taste buds in gear and hop on the culinary trail. This week, it's a blast from the past as Simone Absalom revisits the Sea Deck. Enjoy!
The Sea Deck restaurant at Orchid Village in St. Andrew is a haven for seafood lovers. Not only does it serve delectable food, it also offers great vibes and friendly staff.
Are you ready to order?
Yes, we are. I'm going to order for everybody if you don't mind.
No problem.
Okay, so to start, we'd like fish soup. Then for our entree, we'd like steamed fish with crackers, garlic lobster with steamed bami, some barbecue wings with potato wedges, and the Sea Deck style shrimp with mashed potatoes.
Okay, and would you like anything from the drink menu?
Of course, of course, of course. I'd like to try the Miami Vice. Ali would like the Candy Crush. Kamisha would like the blended fruit punch. And Mr. McLean, he's going to have the pina colada.
Okay. Does that complete the order?
Yes.
All right.
arrived in quick time to warm our tummies before the main course. Did I mention the yummy chunks of fish in the soup? Alicia got her spicy fried wings.
Welcome to CDEC. I am Kemar Morris. I am the mixologist here. Today we'll be making a multi-layer drink, a simple multi-layer drink. You know the Miami Vice where the girls them love, yeah, Rochelle, yeah. So we're going to make it as easy as can be and pretty as can be so you can Instagram and all that. Here we go. Start off with the bottom, which is the strawberry daiquiri mix part. All right, so I'm going to start there. I had two different spirits to this. White rum for the strawberry and coconut rum for the middle. Pina colada.
Were delivered just in time for the main course. We ordered steamed fish with crackers, garlic lobster with steamed bami, barbecued wings with potato wedges, and CDEC styled shrimp with mashed potato. Is delicious. I love it here at CDEC. The food is good, the vibe is nice, the staff is friendly. I didn't have to wait very long for my food. I love the environment, the sound of the water, I love that. I love the fish, all the flora, all the plants. It's just really a nice, tropical, relaxing vibe. Now, what I want to know is there another CDEC anywhere near you?
So this is the only CDEC restaurant, but we're under a chain of restaurants. It's called Your Restaurant. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the name. We have different branches here in Kingston. We have branches in Myton, branches in Mandeville. I mean, we're one franchise, but this is the only CDEC. We're the only one that specializes in seafood.
So what can customers expect from their experience when they come here?
Fresh seafood every day because we get delivered every day. So we have fresh seafood along with our excellent customer service. We have a very friendly mixologist, so you can expect drink from a friendly mixologist. He prefers that term. During the week, we're not that busy. So we would be, on average, we'll have like 2 customers in here for lunch, and then dinner will probably get a little bit busy. So we enjoy serving our customer on a day-to-day basis, honestly. And since I've been here, the experience has been great. I've met a lot of great people because, you know, when you're serving persons, you get to meet a lot of new persons. For example, we met you through serving. So, I mean, I have a wonderful time serving.
Immaculately prepared. The mashed potato, magnificent. CDEC special shrimp. I can taste the ginger and the scallion in it. Adds a lot of flavor. Pretty good.
Well, the fish is really sumptuous today, and the staff here is wonderful. I really love the environment. I wondered why you have never taken me here before.
Some motorists will pay less for gas this week, but diesel has seen an increase. We get this and other market details in this business report. According to the latest ex-refinery costs from state-owned oil refinery Petrojam, motorists should see a decrease at the pumps in the prices of gasoline and an increase in diesel, effective Thursday, May 20. 87 and 90 octane gasoline will be sold for $145.96 and $150.98 per liter respectively, down by $1.59 and 25 cents. Following an increase of $1.24, automotive diesel fuel will be sold for $137.42 per liter, while ultra-low sulfur diesel is up by $2.86 and will be sold for $146.45 per liter. Meanwhile, kerosene decreased in price by 25 cents and will be sold for $113.16 per liter. Propane liquid petroleum will be sold for $53.64 per liter, down by 59 cents, and butane liquid petroleum will be sold for $59.30 per liter after an increase of 37 cents. Expect price changes as marketing companies and retailers will add their respective markup to these prices. In Wednesday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index declined by 5,649 points to close at over 400,000 units. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 89 stocks, of which 36 advanced, 41 declined, and 12 traded firm. The Junior Market Index advanced by 18 points to close at over 3,000 units. Stocks advanced for Berger Paints Jamaica Limited, Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances Limited, and Caribbean Producers Jamaica. Stocks declined for 138 Student Living Jamaica Limited, 1834 Investments Limited, and Access Financial Services Limited. Trading firm were 138 Student Living Variable Preference, CAC 2000 9.5% preference shares, and Elite Diagnostic Limited. Future Energy Source Company Limited ordinary shares was the volume leader with 9.1 million units, followed by Jamaican Teas Limited with 2.4 million units, and Trans Jamaican Highway Limited with 1.5 million units. In foreign exchange trading for Wednesday, May 19, the US dollar sold for an average $150.10. The Canadian dollar ended trading at $124.85. The pound sterling traded for $213.79, and the euro sold for an average $185.31. Oil prices were on course for a third day of losses on Thursday after diplomats said progress was made towards a deal to lift sanctions on Iran, which could boost crude supply. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani said in a televised speech on Thursday that sanctions on oil, shipping, petrochemicals, insurance, and the central bank had been dealt with in the talks. However, senior diplomats from Britain, France, and Germany offered a note of caution on Wednesday, saying that while there was some tangible process with the contours of a final deal emerging, success was not guaranteed. Brent crude futures fell 81 cents or 1.2% at $65.85 a barrel. West Texas Intermediate crude lost 77 cents to $62.59 a barrel. Both contracts fell around 3% in the previous session. St. Kitts and Nevis has recorded another case of the coronavirus, registering the Federation's 46th case. According to the Twin Islands Chief Medical Officer Dr. Heather Laws, the new case does not have a travel history and is a worker in the hospitality sector. Andre Huey reports.
Dr. Laws made this disclosure during the NEOC press briefing on Wednesday.
Case 46 is a national who does not have a travel history. The individual works in the hotel industry. The case is stable and is in isolation as we speak. The Health Emergency Operating Committee had an emergency meeting this afternoon at 2 p.m. and the public health team has been deployed to conduct contact tracing. Our aim is to identify and engage all the contacts of this case. All the contacts will be tested and placed into quarantine immediately. I want to assure you, the public, that all steps are being taken to reduce the risk of exposure to the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to use this opportunity to underscore the importance of 1. the vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine that we are administering at this time, and the COVID-19 prevention and control measures, the importance of hand sanitation, the importance of wearing your face mask when in the public space, the importance of physical distancing, making sure that you maintain a 6 feet distance when in the public space, and social distancing, avoiding crowds at this time. These measures are very, very important at this time.
Superintendent of Police Cromwell Henry disclosed that no events will be held and spectators will not be allowed in sporting events as was previously announced in light of this new case.
And acting on the advice of the National COVID-19 Task Force, the Commissioner of Police has directed that effective immediately, all approved events are cancelled until further notice. Persons with approvals will receive an email shortly reflecting this withdrawal of your permission. Please note also that spectators will not be allowed in stadium at sporting games as was previously announced. We further advise that all persons adhere to all the non-pharmaceutical COVID-19 prevention measures as stipulated in the COVID-19 Prevention and Control Act. These are the wearing of masks in public, maintaining physical distance of 6 feet, good hand hygiene practices, and avoiding crowds and crowded places. Persons using public transportation are particularly vulnerable to the spread of the virus due to the close seating arrangements in these vehicles. You are therefore strongly advised to observe the provisions of the COVID-19 Prevention and Control Act, which require the driver and all passengers to wear masks for the duration of the journey and maintain open windows if weather conditions permit.
Meanwhile, Chief of Staff at the JNF Hospital, Dr. Cameron Wilkinson, said this new case is a wake-up call for persons to step forward and get vaccinated.
This positive case should, however, serve as a wake-up call for all. It should be a wake-up call for those who were hesitating. It should be a wake-up call for those who knew better but refused to encourage others to step forward and get vaccinated. It should be a wake-up call for those who knowingly spread fake news and false information about the vaccines and prevented others from stepping forward. It should be a wake-up call for those who silently took the vaccine and chose not to share the information with others so that they can benefit from the protection. We have said no one is safe until everyone is safe, and we need everyone on board in this fight. This virus has no respect for age, sex, race, or political affiliation.
To date, 18,695 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm Andre Huey reporting for SKN Newsline.
There could soon be an increase in speed trap exercises at nighttime in Trinidad and Tobago, as police say high speed continues to be a critical factor in road traffic fatalities, especially when the roads are clear. And despite there being record low numbers of road fatalities in 2020, Deputy Commissioner of Police Joanne Archie believes a lot more needs to be done. Sunil Lala reports.
The year 2020, which witnessed the world battling a pandemic, also saw 96 road traffic fatalities in Trinidad and Tobago, the lowest figure in 64 years. Even in 2021, there continues to be a reduction with 19 fatal road traffic accidents in which 21 deaths were recorded. Compare that to the same period in 2020, where there were 31 accidents and 34 fatalities. But even with the numbers falling consistently, Deputy Commissioner of Police Joanne Archie says speed continues to be a deadly factor. This is why she believes more and stricter speed trap exercises should take place from 6 p.m. onwards.
There has also been an increase in these fatal accidents between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. And while there was a corresponding decrease in fatal road traffic accidents of 28% between 2019 and 2020, the data will justify the need for more nighttime enforcement of the road traffic laws by officers.
Ms. Archie was speaking during an award ceremony hosted by Arrive Alive, where they recognized 85 first responders and road safety professionals for their outstanding work in road safety. Arrive Alive President Sharon Inglefield noted that road crashes have been reduced by approximately 53% during the decade of action for road safety 2010 to 2020, and wants this country to join a global call for a default speed limit of 30 kilometers an hour in built-up areas.
NGOs around the world will be pressing for commitments from their governments to bring about safer travel by reducing speed for vulnerable road users who deserve the right to safe and responsible usage of the roads, whatever the purpose. We do hope our government is also taking cognizance of this initiative.
Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan said in addition to sustained speed and DUI enforcement by officers and the formation of the policing task force, the U-turn system, including the demerit point system, would have helped to curb the behavior of drivers. He noted that he intends to go one step forward.
The ministry established a transitional team to develop a roadmap for a national road safety plan comprising a national road safety policy, strategic objectives, and a work plan for 2020-2030. Our goal is to create a safe, efficient, and intelligent road network.
Of the 96 road fatalities recorded in 2020, 78% of those accounted for men. Sonolala, TTT News.
And in sports, Olympian Neville Myton died on Wednesday after a long battle with cancer. He was 74 years old. Myton was a junior 880-meter record holder and represented Jamaica at the Summer Olympic Games in Tokyo in 1964 and Mexico in 1968. His career was filled with a series of firsts. In 1964, he ran the 880 yards in 1 minute 47.2 seconds, becoming the first Jamaican junior world record holder, a title he holds to this day. In that same year, he became the first schoolboy and third Jamaican to break the 1 minute 50-second barrier, stopping the watch at 1 minute 49.3 seconds. At the national trials, he broke the world junior record for 800 meters with an astonishing 1 minute 47.20 seconds, a time which still stands as the Jamaican junior record for the distance. Myton was also a double gold medalist at the 1966 Central American and Caribbean Games, taking the individual 800 meters title and also sharing in the team gold medals with the Jamaican 4x400 meters relay team. Myton actually made the national team and attended the Olympics in Tokyo while he was still a student at Excelsior High School. And with that, we call an end to our newscast. Thanks as always for making it PBCJ, the People's Station.